The world thought the war in Ukraine had reached a predictable stalemate. But behind closed doors in London and Kiev, something new is taking shape, an alliance that may redraw Europe's power map. The UK-Ukraine coalition isn't just another diplomatic handshake. It's a strategic realignment, a bold signal to Moscow that the West's commitment isn't fading, it's transforming. When Russia first invaded Ukraine, Britain was among the first to arm, train, and fund Kiev's resistance. But now, after years of grinding war and shifting global priorities, the UK's new coalition strategy is about more than survival. It's about influence. London is quietly positioning itself as Europe's security broker, independent of Brussels, independent of Washington, carving out its own sphere of leadership. The message? Britain isn't stepping back from the global stage, it's stepping in differently. At the heart of this alliance is energy, Europe's most volatile weapon. For decades, Russian gas was the invisible chain linking Moscow to Europe's economy. But now, as Ukraine becomes both a battlefield and a testing ground for new energy corridors, the UK sees an opening. British firms are investing in Ukrainian reconstruction projects, from defense infrastructure to green energy systems designed to bypass Russian influence entirely. In essence, Ukraine becomes a gateway for the UK to reinsert itself into continental markets that Brexit once closed. The coalition also has a sharper edge, military technology. The UK is not only sending arms, it's helping build Ukraine's defense industry of the future. Joint production deals, intelligence sharing, and special operations training all point to one goal: a self-sustaining Ukraine that can resist Russian aggression without relying endlessly on NATO handouts. In that vision, London becomes Kiev's most dependable long-term partner, not just a supporter, but an architect of Ukraine's new defense identity. And in Moscow, the alarms are ringing. Russian analysts call it the shadow NATO. State media portrays it as the UK's proxy empire, operating through alliances and economic levers rather than direct confrontation. To the Kremlin, this is another encirclement, another Western structure built on its borders, this time with Britain, not Brussels, pulling the strings. But this coalition's significance extends far beyond Europe. It marks the emergence of post-Brexit British foreign policy, one rooted not in trade blocs or treaties, but in strategic coalitions. From the Indo-Pacific to Eastern Europe, London is forming micro-alliances that multiply its influence, a 21st century empire built not on colonies, but on coordination. And Ukraine is the blueprint. As the world watches new wars, sanctions, and summits unfold, one thing is clear. This coalition is more than political symbolism. It's a reminder that global power doesn't just move through armies or oil. It moves through alliances built quietly in the shadows until they reshape the balance of the world. The UK-Ukraine coalition is that shadow, forming, expanding, and preparing to change Europe once again.
Welcome to the Political Globe.